So I had the weirdest experience yesterday.
Oh?
You know how we can sync our Steam libraries together and play each other's games?
Yeah.
Well, I logged into your account on my computer because I can access your games once I log into your account.
And then you download them.
I download them. So I did you hold control and you click a bunch of them.
Yeah.
So I installed Battlefield. I installed
the Star Wars
Battlefront 2.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah?
Just the two things. One, every time I tried to click the training mode, it would automatically crash.
Oh no.
And then I googled it. Some guy was like, "Yeah, go into your recording devices and disable your." I'm like, "What the hell are you talking about?" He was like, "Find this stereo mixer thing or whatever." I went in. I found my headphones or something, the microphone on it was disabled. I enabled it, and then I went back in the game. And when I clicked training, it loaded.
What?
You can't play this game unless a piece of hardware that's hooked up to the computer that you're not using is enabled.
What? Why? What?
Didn't you have a problem like that with Dead Space?
How?
There was some game you had to plug in the microphone and unplug it to get it to work.
I don't even. I know. I remember the experience. I just don't remember the game.
Okay,
I'll say that.
And then I launched the game. I was like, "Oh my god, this game is old."
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
this was really fun when I was 12.
Oh, this looks like shit.
It's not that great now. It hasn't aged well, especially since we're not big Star Wars fans, you know? It's like...
I'll play the new Battlefront game as long as it's not a freaking Battlefield 4 reskin.
I have a feeling it's going to be Battlefield 4 Field 4.
No, it's different. There's new levels and stuff. It's still just a reskin Hardline.
Yeah. My brother bought Hardline on day one.
Yes, he did, because he's an idiot.
He's mad at it. He's like, why would you do that?
I don't get it.
And then he made fun of me for liking Advanced Warfare. When Advanced Warfare actually does some new stuff for Call of Duty, you know? It's not a complete reskin.
Yeah, the jetpack, letting you double jump and strafe really quickly, the exosuits. I like the new, the energy guns and stuff. Man, we're just going on about video games.
Talking about video games, there's a game that's going to be released soon.
What's that?
I don't know. What is it? Metal Gear Solid 5. It's Metal Gear Solid 5.
Metal Gear Solid 5!
I'm excited for it. But I wish I could accurately describe why I dislike doing the micromanaging stuff in Peace Walker and
Okay, so in the game Peace Walker for Metal Gear Solid, you still do missions and stuff, you go out and you sneak and whatnot, but then when you go back to the base, there's this small little management thing that you have to do with your troops and equipment and stuff. And I was talking with your sister last night about it, and what you fail to understand, Zach, is every other video game you've ever played has that exact same function.
But it's...
Yes! What is the difference between going back to base and dragging... Oh, this guy has good health skills, so I'll just quickly click him, and the little thing pops up. Okay, he goes in the med bay, he has health stuff. Oh, I need to equip stuff for my mission. So I want to bring this gun, I want to wear this armor. What's the difference between doing that and in Far Cry 4 going into the menu and buying an LMG from the shop and equipping it to your loadout? It's just loadouts.
Because it feels like a chore. They make it feel like I have okay, well if I don't put this guy in the best area, then I'm not gonna get the best equipment, and it feels. Ugh.
You just do it. You click and you're done.
I don't know. I don't like it. It's not Metal Gear for me. That's not what I think of when I think of Metal Gear. I think of just finding the equipment.
But you can find it. It's just laying around a level. You have to go look for it. You don't have to make rations. You can find them.
Well, no, but it was okay. Specifically, when I was doing it was oh, I have to make...
You don't have to make it.
The darts. The special, like, sleeping darts. I can't just find them.
But that's like every Metal Gear Solid.
You never had to make equipment before.
No, what I mean is you can't find those darts everywhere. That's what makes it difficult in the stealth portions of the game.
But I can
even in 3 did that. They weren't lying around everywhere.
Well, they weren't lying around everywhere, but I can still just find them.
But you can still find them.
I don't know. It just... That portion just feels like work. Like micromanagement.
Which you do in every other game.
There's a...
Even in your Adventure Capitalist, you're managing it. You're not just randomly clicking which building to buy.
I kind of am.
You just decided a few minutes ago, like, I need to get 200 of every building.
Then I said, screw it, and I just, reset it all.
There's no difference between telling them to make you a ration and you come... Plus, it's... You're talking about, like, oh, you make the ration, I have to wait for it. Like, you're not sitting there waiting for them to make it. You tell them to make one, you go do a mission, and then when the mission's over, you come back and they go, hey, here's your ration. And you just click it to grab it. And then you go do the next mission.
I think I have a little bit of a disadvantage, because one, I haven't played as much of that game as you, and two...
Yeah, you probably got to the very first time you went to the base and probably just dropped the controller.
I didn't drop the controller, but it was a little bit after that, and I just kind of stopped because there's other things going on, so I need to play the game again, and then because I'm not good at putting my feelings into words, which sucks, because you're very much, I'm feeling...
Well, it's facts.
I'm feeling your reason.
That's because at the end of the day, reasoning is all that matters.
Wrong! Feelings are what matter, because there are people who have gotten, like, their heads, like, hit and stuff. I read this on a cracked article, so I'm not just, like...
He does that a lot. I found this one website on the internet, and Steve posted this. I always call him out on it, so whenever he tries to explain something to me, he first goes like, this was on NBC, or this was on CNN, so it gives it more credit.
And so, like, these people will get, like, brain damage, and they couldn't feel anything, and because they couldn't feel anything, they could make no decisions whatsoever, because it's our feelings and it's our gut that allows us essentially to go, this is what I want, or this is what I don't want.
Well, yeah, but that's wants. But at the end of the day, it's not what you want that matters, it's what you need that matters.
No, like, even, like, the simple thing of, what do you want to eat? When do you want to go to, like, literally the most basic of...
I know, I'm not talking about people getting design. I'm just talking about the world in general. Facts are what matters. It doesn't matter how upset something makes you. What matters is it's there or it's not.
Well, it does matter how upset something... It matters how upset it makes other people. You need to take the feelings of other people into consideration.
It's like, here's what I'm saying. Your sister isn't getting a car or a driver's license. She's not saving her money for it or doing anything about it. Because, like, she feels like she doesn't need to. That doesn't matter. The fact is, she needs to be an adult. She needs a car and a driver's license. That's what matters. It doesn't matter if she feels like, no, I don't want to do it.
I think I know what the difference is. You're talking about microcosmic facts. I'm talking about macrocosmic feelings, if that makes sense.
No,
like social.
Even in that sentence, you used macro for yours and you used micro for mine.
Well, no, because that's what I'm talking about. Like, of the feelings of a large,
ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, the feelings of a large group of people shape the facts.
Oh,
you are talking about how the facts of a singular small group of people.
How is it you need to have a car and a driver's license a small fact?
Because it affects you, me, Debbie, and my mom and dad.
And 90% of the population of the world, because most countries require a car to drive.
It's Debbie needs a car. That's what we're talking about. Debbie needs a car. Debbie needs a driver's license. That is a small fact.
Okay. So then what's a large fact then? Come on, big boy.
Gravity works. being politically correct isn't a bad thing.
There you go. There we go. There we go.
It's stuff that affects a larger group of people.
There we go. I see. I like having these conversations with my buddy.
I don't, because it forces me to think my feelings, and I'm not good at that.
Well, I like your feelings.
Just trust me on things.
Hence the name. I like that one.
Just trust me on things.
Just trust me on things. Hello!
Hello!
Let's start the discussion.
Oh, how long is it?
10 minutes.
Oh, okay. So
we got time for Speak Out News.
We got 10 minutes left.
Hello!
Hello!
I'm JaqDanical.
I'm JaqDanical.
And we like to have discussions like that on Hence the Name.
Hence the Name. That's
the name of our show. This is episode 20.
Has anybody been going to our YouTube page?
A little bit.
A little? Okay. Because the reason why I say that is because it's been a while since we've had our first episode up, and that was the episode where we described why we say hence the name.
Let's do a little recap.
Yeah, so just for people who don't know, the reason why we say hence the name is just because we have conversations like we just had, and then if we find something that we like, if I say something, he says something that we like, and we want the episode title, then the other person can call hence the name.
That's why the name of the show. It's like, well, I sell, this is John's burger shop. Why is it called John's Burger Shop? Well, my name's John, and I make burgers, hence the name of the restaurant.
So, hence the name of the episode, and that's...
Some people click it, like, why is the episode called Just Trust Me on Things?
And then they'll listen, and, it's...
And he said it, so hence the name.
So, there you go, that's...
He's very feely, I'm very thinky.
That's why we...
But he's very good when he's not good at explaining feelings, but when he gets his facts and stuff straight, it makes me happy.
I'm usually right.
He usually is. We talk about stuff, and he gets to that little point, like, well, there's this thing, and he'll talk for a bit. I'll be like, dude, what the hell are you talking about? You full of shit. And then after 10 minutes of talking or whatever, he'll bring up this one little point, like, well, what about this? And it's just like, this conversation could have been a lot shorter if you brought that out at the beginning.
But it takes me a while to get to that part. And
yes, it does.
It's that talking, that 10 minutes of bullshitting that I need before my brain's because my brain is slowly putting the puzzle pieces together. Okay, and then you connect this thing, and
then he puts it together, and I'm like, oh yay, you got me.
Oh, okay, that's what you meant.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's usually... Dryde's usually right about when it comes to... I don't even know how to describe that kind of thing. If I'm talking to him about, being responsible or not being lazy or something, he'll be like, I need to do this thing. He'll be like, I guess I'll do that thing later. I'm like, well, why wait till later? Well, I don't know. You could just get it done now. And he'll be like, yeah, you're right. And then he'll do it. But then there's stuff like this where... 90% of the time, we'll go back and forth. Like I said, we'll go back and forth, and he'll find that little point. And I'll be like, okay.
Also, to my advantage, I work third shift, and I'm usually kind of alone, so I have a lot of time to think to myself about stuff, so...
And you'll go to work thinking about our entire conversation. There have been... Oh my god, that's so fucking annoying.
Yeah.
We'll talk about something, 3 days later, he'll just knock on the door oh, by the way, hey, what's going on? I read this article about the thing we were arguing about, and I'm just like, God damn it, Zach, let it go.
No!
No, because I was wrong before, and now I'm not.
I knew I was right, I just didn't have the proof, and that's what you need. So here it is. Here's the proof. 7 years later, that I'm right.
So you're a leech.
I'm not a leech.
Yes, you are. You go and find you bring back... It's still the truth, but you bring back... You don't come up with it yourself. It's like, this is what this guy said, so it's...
Well, that's how 9% of all information works.
Somebody else has it.
Somebody else has it, and then I'm just learning it.
Where did they get it?
Fucking magic.
Fucking magic.
That's not fucking magic. It's fucking magic.
You know what's magic?
What?
They speak out.
Oh, yes. Okay, so this is going to be kind of a sort of two-parter. Because we have two speak outs, but they seem to be written by one person about the exact same thing.
You'll see the bit after we read them both.
So
we've got scared of and speaking out, which is funny. There's a speak out called speaking out. Okay. For the article in Speak Out called A Sad Day. I don't think we read that one.
I don't think so either.
But this guy's going on about like that Redskins thing we told you about. For the people who find Goshen Redskins offensive, it has been there for years, so maybe it is the politically correct people who are fighting offense, because if we give them enough room, they are going to make up a reason why owning a puppy, kitten, rabbit, or anything is offensive, because they got nothing better to do than try to push everything around to make it politically incorrect. Holy shit.
Holy one sentence, Batman!
Those are the people to be more scared of, not the issue of what they are concerned. That is not a sentence. Not the issue of what they are concerned or what they deem to be politically incorrect.
And I'm just going to jump right into the next one.
Read the next one because we got to talk about them both at the same time.
Speaking out. I am calling to speak out of the general issue of being politically correct. Sometimes people are so overly politically correct. The issue they speak out on and the way they speak out on and the way they speak out about, they are more annoying than the issue they are trying to pick on. I think these kind of people just try to pick up on anything they can because they have nothing else to do. I mean, at that rate, they are going to find something wrong with owning a puppy.
He brings up the puppies again.
Plus, he doesn't run on a sentence. Plus, he doesn't know how to write a sentence properly. So, okay.
Okay, so we'll go through mine and yours, go through everything. Okay, we've explained this before, but it's, it's relevant, so let's get this out of the way. What does politically correct mean, Jack and Dre? In layman's terms, it means not being an asshole.
It's kind of respecting other people. That's what it means, respecting other people.
It is the belief that our words and our actions should not offend other people. Ooh, I have a crap in my throat. So I'm trying to figure this out. Okay, for the people who find Redskins offensive, it's been there for years. True. So maybe it's the politically correct people who are fighting offense.
So,
because if we give them enough room, they're going to make...
just because something's been there for years doesn't mean it's right. You realize that, right?
We had slavery for
I was going to bring that up, but yeah.
For 50 years. Doesn't make it okay.
There was a lot of bad shit that happened for years, and then people started going, oh, that's not a good thing. And I think most of these people who are mad at people who are politically correct are, and I've said this before, just a little while ago, I think, are mad because we're calling them out on their assholeish behavior. And they don't like that. They want to still be an asshole, but at the same time, they want the moral high horse. They want to go, we are the correct people.
Well, that's what this guy's talking about. He's like, look at all the people on the other side of the fence. Look at them. They're politically correct. We just keep letting them talk and everything. They're going to find anything offensive because they have nothing better to do.
Like, no!
Hey, look, I own a puppy. Does this upset you? Huh? I own a puppy. Is this offensive? Like, you're an idiot.
Yeah, you're an idiot. And it's one of those things where
What are you saying? Let's see. Yeah, we should be more scared of the politically correct. Not the issue of what they are concerned or what they deem to be politically incorrect.
So, just ignore what they're saying. They're just spouting off a bunch of hot air. They're going to take away my owning of a puppy. And
I don't get why people are offended by Redskins. I'm not offended by it, so no one else can be offended by it. But people are offended. Oh, it's probably just like a handful. Sir, there were literally tens of thousands of people who were signing petitions and raising their hands like, yeah, I would appreciate it if you changed that.
I wish you would treat these people not as a caricature, but as actually people. So can you please...
It's not really that big of a deal. Oh, it's going to cost thousands of dollars.
I don't have a problem with blackface, so nobody has a problem with blackface. Like, no, shut up.
Yeah, I love that. The general issue of being politically correct. Last time I checked, again, we can translate politically correct to not being an asshole. I don't think not being an asshole is an issue.
Yeah.
Sometimes I want to read it like that. I wish there were more.
Sometimes people are so overly not an asshole. The issue they speak out on and the way they speak out about it, they are more annoying than the issue they are trying to pick on.
So you're so much, Zach. I swear, sometimes you're so nice and considerate that just
it makes me look bad. Okay, I don't like being called out on my shit. Can you just be a little bit more of an asshole?
You're so nice and considerate, bringing me a plate of cookies and milk every day, that it just gets to the point where like bringing the cookies is more annoying. Like it's just so much easier just to call these people stupid.
Kinda. Yeah.
It's like I'm really just trying to understand what the hell you're saying.
I saw this thing on Facebook yesterday.
Dude, before you say that, just quickly, we matched up like the puppy right before the puppy. They have nothing else to do. So both of them say they're being politically correct because they have nothing better to do, and they both use the puppy example. This has to be the same guy. It has to be.
This person,
back to your Facebook.
Put up a thing that said, I would rather be morally correct than politically correct.
Wait.
I'm just like, what?
But your morals can just for facts and stuff. Morals. Just for I can't think of the word to use, but just for facts or whatever. Let's see. Morals of relating to or concerned with the principles or rules of right conduct or the distinction between right and wrong. I'd rather have a distinction between right and wrong than not be an asshole. But not being an asshole is the right thing to do, so being an asshole would be the wrong thing to do. Being considerate
of other human beings is the right thing to do. So the moral...
So that would be your good moral, and someone who doesn't believe in that would be their bad moral, so you're silly.
And it's one of those things where it's like, I'm very tempted to...
I don't like chocolate. I would rather have chocolate. I would rather have cocoa powder stirred into some dairy than have chocolate milk.
So, I have, and this is one of those things where it's like, he puts a bunch of other stuff that I don't agree with for the most part. And I've been often wanting to ban him, but at the same time, I think, not banning, but blocking. But blocking...
Oh, the thing on Facebook where you're like, I don't want to see your posts in my timeline.
Like, at the same time, I think blocking people who disagree with you it sets up like an echo chamber, and you can't sometimes get the critical thinking that you need to by talking to people, who think differently than you, but it's just, he's kind of an idiot. Well, but generally we come to the same conclusion by the end of it.
Oh yeah, we do.
I'm talking about someone like...
Except you're dumb.
You're dumb.
You're dumb.
You're dumb.
You're dumb.
I quit. Get out.
You're dumb. You're dumb. And then just 10 minutes of that, and then he finally goes, and then Josh will just finally lean in and go, maybe we're both dumb. I'll go, yeah, you're right.
You're right. So...
You ready for some news?
I'm ready for some news.
Okay,
Look at it.
Okay. Our first thing of news. Facing possible ban, more Americans are buying new and legal $900 flamethrowers.
Okay, I'm in. Let's get one.
Let's see. In the wake of two companies now selling the first commercially available flamethrowers in the United States, at least one mayor has called for increased restrictions on their use. And to no one's surprise, the prospect of prohibition has driven an increase in sales. Business is skyrocketing higher than ever due to the discussion of prohibition. Chris Byers, the CEO of the Ion Productions team based in Troy, Michigan. I'm a huge supporter of personal freedom and personal responsibility. Own whatever you like, unless you use it in a manner that is harmful to another or other property.
But isn't that the entire point of the flamethrower? It's...
Honey, I'll be back. I'm going to go play with the flamethrower. You just stand in your backyard. I don't want to burn the grass or scare the neighbors. So are you literally just going to stand there, shoot it straight in the air, and go, well, that was fun?
Oh, shit! The tree got fire! I caught a bird on fire! You know,
the point of a flamethrower, when you're not trying to injure other people, is to, like, have, like, a farm or something, and there's, like, an area with, like, concrete or whatever, and you, like... It's like, oh, my wife said she was done with this book. And you throw it over there on the ground, and you go...
And then your dog Skippy gets in the way.
Oh, God, Skippy.
And then you have dinner ready. This isn't talking from personal experience.
Honey, where's Skippy? I don't know, dinner's ready.
Yeah, dinner's ready.
Let's see, other companies...
Skip it, no!
They have another one for $1,600.
Jeez.
So basically the gist is, these companies are now, it's like, hey, instead of just going on Instructables and building your own flamethrower, they're now selling them. And the mayor was just like, we need to...
That's not a good idea.
These shouldn't just be sitting on the shelf at Walmart or whatever for anyone to pick up and grab. And I understand where he's coming from.
Okay, so if a prohibition of flamethrowers is set in place, which I think it should be,
what do we call the bootleggers?
Yeah, like, wouldn't it be illegal? It doesn't matter when you bought it. It's illegal to own it. Like, the day before Prohibition was, like, you know, the actual Prohibition was set up, if I bought a thing of alcohol, and then, like, 2 days later, the police came in, like, where'd it go? No way, I got it, like, 3 days ago. It's fine. No, it's still illegal. It's illegal to own it now. You're purposely buying something that's probably gonna get you arrested.
So all these people are gonna have them, and it's like, it's illegal for now. So, yeah, the police are gonna have a lot of fun driving around confiscating all those.
And then what if someone...
What if we take it up to the higher courts and stuff? You can have, like, yeah, no, officer, please, here's my flamethrower permit.
Listen,
I want that card in my wallet.
When they said in the Constitution they could bear firearms, they weren't being literal.
When they said I have the right, when I can, it just says the right to bear arms. But
Yeah,
I like your little thing. We can have firearms. Sir, I have my firearm.
No, that you just burnt the courthouse down. Thanks.
Whoops. Sorry, Your Honor. I should have been outside when I did that. You got a little. You got a little. Just get out, sir. Because that's how it works in cartoons. You singe the guy, and he's just like, just leave. In real life, you threatened his life by accident, even if it was just unintentional, until you're back in court again because of all the other. There's a lot of shit that cartoon characters get away with.
Yeah, they do. Have you seen Looney Tunes? It's a good show. You should watch it.
Well,
Duck and Luck is a good episode. That's probably one of my favorite. Duck and Luck. It's probably one of my favorite.
While I load up the new article, I want to say there's that episode with Muggsy and Bugsy.
Oh yes, I love that one.
That's one of my favorites. Right at the end, it's bullshit that they only get arrested because he does the joke where he hides them in the stove. He pretends to be the police officer asking where they are, but then the real one comes in. They're not in the stove. Oh, they're not in that stove, are they? It's like the cop can take you for assisting in hiding them.
And then could he arrest you for trying to kill them?
Bugsy does a lot of shit that is questionably illegal.
But I like this Mel Blanc. I think that sounds right. Mel Blanc was quoted saying that with Bugs Bunny, it's something has to happen to him. Like somebody has to hurt him or try to do something bad to him. Because if it's the other way around, then Bugs Bunny's just a bully. And
you're an asshole if you hurt other people. You're fine if other people hurt you first.
And you just get because
that's what it always is.
Except that one fucking episode where Bugs Bunny went on that island with those two people who have been starving to death, and they see for the first time in like weeks.
We're gonna have restaurant.
We're finally gonna be able to eat. Look at, I wish I knew the name of that episode. We're finally gonna be able to eat something. We're finally gonna be able to eat something. And, you know, they don't eat Bugs Bunny. But then this cruise ship comes up. And they're getting ready to get on. And Bugs tricks them. And he, like, no!
And then he gets on it. It sails away. So it's like, you just left them to die.
You are an animal. You can survive on that island.
And you tricked them with like a real like chicken dinner or something, and then you just like ate it yourself. Like, you're a fucking rabbit. You can eat grass.
Just that's like one of the only episodes I don't like.
That was bullshit.
Sorry. This is a ranting episode.
I like this episode.
So this boy.
Our next news article.
It's gotta be short.
Oh shit, we're on The Guardian. Holy shit.
Okay.
They're a news station. Not that this is bullshit. Anytime you hear about The Guardian, there's a lot of articles. It's just like, they posted about this bullshit.
Okay.
They'll look through like the people, see like one thing, it's like, that's the entire story. But then when you open the door, there's like 1,000 other things. It's like, you guys could have opened the door and looked at the whole thing.
What am I thinking of? What is it? I can't think of the name of it.
What are you thinking about?
I don't... It's this really clickbaity website.
Okay, what about it? It doesn't matter what the name of it is. What about it?
Well, it does matter. I just can't think of it, because then I could go on this long rant, because it's kind of... It's like... Because the entire point...
This clickbait website...
the entire point was, it reminds me of this website. I can't remember the name of the website.
Just go rant about it.
No, that was it. That was the rant. That was it. Oh, so it's like this website, but what's the point of it? I can't remember the name of the website.
You're just stating that there's a website somewhere. It doesn't matter.
But it's a really, like, everyone knows it. It's one of those things where it's at the tip of my tongue.
It's not that important.
No, but it's got a...
Boy trips in museum and punches hole through a painting.
I did it, sorry.
I can't scroll the webpage. Why is that funny?
Because this website has been giving us nothing but trouble.
Why can't I scroll down the page? What the hell? Come on, we gotta finish the podcast.
Basically,
what is wrong with this website? What the hell?
Maybe if you like, wait. Wow. Okay.
Good lord, gee. Boy trips to museum and punches hole through painting.
A $1.5 million painting of flowers.
Yes, a 12-year-old Taiwanese boy. I'm not reading this whole thing. Screw that.
Basically, he tripped and fell, and then he went to catch himself. He accidentally put his hand through the painting.
He put his hand through a 350-year-old Paulo Porpola oil painting called Flowers, which was valued at $1.5 million. Where's the one sentence? The organizers will not ask the boy's family to pay for the restoration costs. That's good.
Yeah, you know if it was a
When I first read that, I thought it was like, they're not going to ask them to buy the painting.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit. And then it just has like a bunch of filler and stuff. It's like, oh, it's damaged. Once you damage one of these paintings, it's permanently damaged. It's like, no shit. They can put it back in place and glue it or whatever.
Just duct tape it.
Okay, that would be my modern art project. Paint this wonderful painting of like a landscape and like people at like a park or something. Punch a hole through the middle of it. Hold it forward and then put a piece of tape over it.
Or use masking tape on it.
Did he damage it and then try fixing it, or was it intentional?
What?
Was this an accident? He tried fixing it like that? Or, see, it starts a conversation. Mm-hmm. It's like, the people ask me, like, it's like, no, I did it on purpose.
I just did it because I wanted to punch a painting. It's just a giant picture of, like, painting of me, and like,
God damn it, Zach!
just punch it right in the eye.
And the main reason we wanted to read this article is we scrolled down and there's, our news people like to do a filler. So their favorite thing to do, I hate when they do this with shootings. At the bottom they'll be like, here's 100 other examples of the same thing. The boy joined a short, cringing list of art fumblers. In 2006, a man tripped over his shoelace in the Fitzwilliam Museum in Cambridge in the United Kingdom and smashed 3 300-year-old vases. That's worse than punching a hole in a painting.
No, because, it could be like Humpty Dumpty and they just try to glue it back together. I mean...
In 2010, a woman in New York fell into a Picasso, causing a 15-centimeter tear. Ooh, Picasso. Probably the most egregious...
Egregious. I know how to...
How do you...
Egregious.
Google, help me.
Egregious.
Google, help me. Egregious. Thanks, Google. I just said
it like before.
Possibly the most egg delicious breakfast blunder
delicious.
was committed by the casino. Stop using words I don't know.
Mogul.
Some guy. Oh, thank you. By the casino mogul Steve Wynn, who elbowed Picasso's 1932 masterpiece. He still managed to sell the painting in 2013 for $155 million.
What is it with people in Picasso?
In 2012, a Dublin, I don't care, man was given a 6-year prison sentence for damaging a painting in Ireland estimated to be worth $10 million.
And then Andrew Shannon, 49, pleaded not guilty to punching through Argenteuil busing with a single sailboat, painted in 1874 by the French Impressionists.
It took 18 months to restore the Monet painting, which is now back on display at the National Gallery. The boy said he had been dizzy and fallen forward.
The 49-year-old man. Shannon is Andrew Shannon is the man who did the Monet.
But it doesn't say Monet.
Oh, not Monet, but it says Andrew Shannon, and then Shannon said he had been. So.
But it doesn't say it's a Monet painting. I know it's Shannon. I'm just saying it doesn't say it's a Monet painting.
It says by the French Impressionists, so I'm guessing that is alluding to Monet that was said in the last paragraph.
Because then it was a Dublin guy that damaged the Monet painting.
Well, this is a different...
But it says Shannon. So we can use our brains and...
Yeah. Context clues.
I like context clues. Okay.
We're not gonna...
I'm not reading that out loud, but there was a little news clicky thingy. I'm like, what the hell is that?
U.S. student is rescued from giant vagina sculpture in Germany. I said, we're not gonna read it.
We're not gonna read it, but I'm just... What the fuck?
So is it like being born again?
How does it feel?
Is he a boy?
It took 22 firefighters to get him out? It's like, how many firefighters does it take to get a young American kid out of a vagina sculpture? That he... The mayor of the town was like, I don't even know how this happened.
It's a gateway to the world?
To reward such a masterly achievement with the use of 22 firefighters almost pains my soul.
Why did they use doctors?
Why did it take 22 firefighters to get him out of that?
How did he get into it in the first place?
But if it's... he got trapped inside German's deepest cave. Oh, that's another story. I was like, what is this thing? It is literally... Yes, they just keep saying it. It is literally just a giant sculpture. It's like, this is a vagina.
So, yeah, so that's where we're going to end it on.
So, I'm JaqDanical.
I'm Dwight Zachariah.
Don't get stuck in giant sculptures.
Yeah, that's probably not going to be good for you. You think it was like a 28 Days Later? Was that the movie where the dude gets stuck, his arm's stuck, and he has to, do you know what movie I'm talking about? It was based off a real event.
When did you see that movie?
Mom and Dad rented it one time. It was based off a real life, and he had to saw his arm off, and it's like my greatest fear.
Okay, what about it?
And you think he had to do that inside the giant vagina statue? He was stuck there like, am I going to have to cut my arm off?
We're going to have to cut something off. This has been the Hence the Name Podcast.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Damn it, Zach.